Well, how's everyone doing? I hope your Wednesday is going well. I thought I would just do a quick video to discuss the ongoing transfer market, but especially with Liverpool, which is where I'll begin. Literally as this video is getting uploaded, it seems as if well, it's sort of definitely true that Liverpool and Bayern Munich are in discussions for Ryan Gravenberch. Um, Probably cost between 30 and 40 million. If it comes off, or maybe even a loan with an obligation to buy. So I think that one could happen over the next day or two in the transfer market. Um, I would like to know everybody's opinions on the transfer. Like, I may be crazy, but I've always wanted him at Liverpool. This has gone back a few years now. Um, and on my Twitter and whatever, I was probably crazy for posting it, but I genuinely do believe it. That in terms of potential, and I'll stress that word potential, he has as much potential as Jude Bellingham. I genuinely believe that. Like, similar pace as Jude Bellingham, maybe even a slight touch quicker. He's very tall in stature, has great dribbling ability, can find a pass, can shoot, has great awareness of a pass. It's just the position in the team's system that I think would need to be worked on with Gravenberch. Now I know that it hasn't really worked out at Bayern Munich, for whatever reason, but I wouldn't let 1 year overrule the massive potential that he clearly has. Like, he's still only 21. And I, for one, would definitely love this transfer to come through. It would just be very interesting to know. Firstly, Liverpool have to sign him. But secondly, if he does sign, who plays in midfield? What is the system that's going to be played? Who gets played in that system? Because I think if Liverpool sign Gravenberch, they then have a whole crop of midfielders with real potential. There's Szoboszlai, who I think will definitely play. He's only 22. McAllister's 24. Curtis Jones is only 21, I think. 21, 22. But Jatic is 18. Harvey Elliott's 19, 20. And as I say, Gravenberch's 21. So they have real potential there if it comes off. It's just who plays. What system's going to be played? Is it 4-2-3-1? Is it going to be 4-3-3? Is it going to be this 4-2-2-3 formation? Or 4-2-2-2-2 formation? I actually don't know. But or maybe even some other bizarre new system. I actually don't know. And for me, that's what the real interesting thing would be if Liverpool sign Gravenberch. Who's going to play in midfield and what's the system going to be? It'll be interesting to hear anybody else's thoughts on what's going to happen. But yeah, in regards to moving away from Gravenberch, I would still love Liverpool to buy a defender before the transfer window closes. Like, I know FSG have their skeptics, and I'm definitely one of them. There's a lot of people that don't really like FSG. I understand why, but I'm fully against people that abuses people and whatever, and slanders people, so I'm not all for that. But I think this was their window to really save themselves. And if I'm not going to say they would save themselves if they sang Gravenberch and the defender, but I think it would put a lot of frustration to bed for at least the time being anyway. And then all the pressure should be going on the manager, really, because I think the players would be there if Liverpool get Gravenberch and a defender. I think there's no real excuses. People will say, oh, they haven't really got a defensive midfielder, but I would argue that Bajcetic and Endo, maybe even Thiago, Maybe Gravenberch, who knows, could play that role. And you don't necessarily need to play a holding midfielder if your midfield functions right. Um, so yeah, I would love Liverpool to sign the centre back who's like versatile, preferably a left centre back. Um, I don't know any names whatsoever. I've saw a few names been linked, like Hincapape of Bayern Leverkusen, I believe. But yeah, I think if Liverpool got a defender on top of Gravenberch, as long as there's no real outgoings. I know there's a lot of talk about Salah. There's even talk about Darwin Nunez, the Chelsea or Spurs. But if there's no outgoings, I think a defender in Gravenberch would make a really average to below average transfer window as it is now to a very good one, in my opinion. I think Liverpool would then have a very, very, very talented squad. It's just up to the manager to get the best out of them, really. So yeah, it would be interesting. Again, I don't know what anybody else's thoughts are, but I think Liverpool started the season well. If they can get those transfers in and hopefully beat Aston Villa on Sunday, heading into the international break, I think Liverpool could really have a very exciting season. Like, not going to say they're going to win the league, but I think they'll be there or thereabouts. And I'll just finish by focusing on other transfer activity that I've heard. Typical, like literally breaking all over at the minute is like Chelsea going to sign Cole Palmer of Manchester City for £45 million. Don't get me wrong, good player, but he's never blown me away. Doesn't have great pace, okay on the ball and whatever, but I don't think City would be selling him if they really rated him that highly. And I literally have no idea what Chelsea's trying to do. Like, they must have signed about 10 wide attacking players, Cole Palmer one of them, in the last 18 months. Where are they all going to play? Where's Mudryk, Sterling, Madueke, Cole Palmer, and Kunku when he's back? And the other like Brazilians that they've bought, where are they all going to play? I literally have no idea, and I'm literally seeing reports that they're actually looking at Ansu Fati as well. Like, what are they trying to do? It's just crazy. Like, plus how they're allowed to spend that much, I don't know, but that's another story. I've seen like Bayern Munich linked with Paulinho of Fulham, very good player. Maybe he's the Gravenberch replacement. I don't know. Also Spurs. Been linked with Brandon Johnson. I've seen him play. He's actually very good, despite the 50 million fee. I don't know if he's going to be like very, very good, but I think he'll be a decent signing, to be honest. Man United, I've seen linked with a loan moves for Cucurella and Sofian Amrabat. I know like a lot of fans, Man United fans at the minute, is really against sort of both signings, especially the Cucurella one, and they're sort of against loan deals. But I think both would actually be good signings. It's just my opinion. And a few other ones that I've heard out there is like sort of outgoings, like Arsenal's been linked with like selling a few players. Everton trying to get a few deals over the line. Nottingham Forest trying to get 6 or 7 players in the next day or two. So yeah, it's going to be an exciting season. What's everybody's thoughts? Who do you reckon is going to win the league, and who will be the signing of the summer?